Hi, I'm Darcy Howell and I'm the Youth Mayor for Blaenau Gwent. I've been working alongside the Public Service Board on their key priorities. It's a privilege to be able to introduce this year's annual report and tell you about some of the great work that's been happening in partnership. Examples of this work are around climate change, food poverty and the age-friendly plan.
The decision to actually form the task force was a difficult decision financially, but an easy decision on a moral basis. So we come together and actually decided that we will look for volunteers. That was one of the easiest things that come out of the task force. We had good support from borough councillors and fellow town councillors. And then we was very lucky to apply for funding to actually take on extra staff as coordinators, as shoppers, and people who could really look after the community.
We aim to bring together professionals from across Blaenau Gwent and community members to identify issues and gaps in service and support in the towns that the people live. We then aim for communities and professionals to work together to come up with solutions and implement them on a place-based basis.
Body positive tips. Appreciate me for me. Simple tips to help you look after yourself. Clean up your social media.
What we are actually doing at the moment is delivering food parcels. On a Wednesday we do food hampers to people in the community who don't know that they're going to have the food hampers, but we know that they are in need. Then we're open on a Thursday morning and a Sunday afternoon to give out fresh food, end of day food.
Sense of responsibility, certainly. As one of only 50 local residents, you realised it was a crucial issue and there were important things being discussed. And finally, I suppose, I felt a sense of privilege to take part in this first ever such venture, discussing this issue in my home area. And that was the overriding feeling at the end of it, a sense of privilege.
We adapted quite well as a team. None of us really had the experience of what was ahead of us, but we did quite well, and not only supporting the vulnerable, but we also supported each other as a team. There were days where we struggled because we were seeing the frustration on these vulnerable people's faces, the sadness because they couldn't see their families. We were the only ones they were seeing once a week. And the pleasure on their faces when we turned up with their shopping or their prescription, it was a pleasure to see.
Integrated wellbeing networks aim to bring together professionals and members of the community together in a collaborative. We also aim to make sure that information around services and support is widely available through our community hubs, our libraries, our community centres and GP surgeries. We also want to make sure that our frontline workers have the right training and skills to be able to support communities to increase their own well-being.
Create a happy jar. Every time that you have a happy moment, memory, or do something you are proud of, write it down and put it in the jar. You can then use these positive experiences to cheer you up when you're having a bad day.
I've just had a message sent me now to thank me so much for their food parcel that was greatly received, and everybody seems to know about TKs and community group around here, and everyone is so thoughtful and helpful towards this little scheme that we've got running in income.
And we put so much thought into how we could benefit the people of Blaenau Gwent across all classes, across all the communities, how we can help younger people, older people, employed, unemployed, renters, homeowners. And we designed our recommendations after so much thought of how we can help everyone and the climate.
As the Youth Mayor, I feel this work is very important because it considers and helps future generations. It is great that the Youth Forum has been given the opportunity to be part of it.